Welcome to the Daily Divine Feminine Astro-Intuitive. I'm Jude Hotep, the Goddess Astrologer and Soul Coach. We're going to get into the chart. I'm going to share this with you. We have some powerful things going on today. Yesterday, we had the square from the Sun to Pluto, and now the Sun has moved off the exact square with Pluto here at 28 degrees in Capricorn and the Sun now at 29 degrees Aries. This is the last day of Aries season. The 29-degree mark can always be a little crispy. It can be possibly challenging or testing you on what you've been through and what you've learned and grown through. So don't go back into the old patterns. You might see it filter up through your mental screen, though. You might see those emotions come up within you. It might feel like you're going backwards. You're not. The darkness, the shadow often reveals itself as it's healing and on its way out. So don't grab a hold of it. We have the node still at 22 degrees, the north node at 22 degrees Taurus, and the south node at 22 degrees Scorpio, and the moon in Sagittarius today. And so it can be a lot of stories in the mind, a lot of processing in the mind. Sagittarius is Jupiter. It's so many planets. It's not so many planets, it's so many moons on Jupiter, right? So it's so many emotions. So Sagittarius moon can really want to have adventure, to have new worlds, something interesting. So you can really crave something exciting or interesting today and have so many emotions coming in, and also just having the mind bounce off the emotions and the emotions off of the thoughts that you're having, and it can get into possibly negative loops if you're in old stories. So when stories come up, sit down and do that mindset work and restory the narrative that you want to live, and process the emotions, let go of the emotions, allow the emotions. We do that work in Light Goddess coaching if you want to learn that work, because it is what allows you to be the divine badass here in this world, really helping humanity move into love consciousness. Black Moon Lilith is 7 degrees Gemini, and she is asking us to connect to our spiritual story, to connect to this. And she's opposing the moon in Sag, like around noon today. The moon moves quickly, so it won't be here for long. Later in the evening, it'll be in a different place. But this opposition is like asking you of where you've let your divine feminine, where your divine feminine fear is, the fear of stepping into your divine feminine power, the fear of sex and intimacy, the fear of being subservient to the masculine, the fear of being controlled by the masculine or other people, the fear of being condemned for being a wild, audacious feminine out in the world. That is a real fear that's very subliminal usually, and comes out in weird ways by just simply never getting on your path. So this is really asking us to look at where the emotions are coming up, so that we can restory these divine feminine wounds that we all have to let go of. So this can be such a powerful day to look at the wound in the face and really to re-narrate it, to restory it, to revision it, to show yourself how powerful you are. And there is the nodes. We want to always be building and growing in this time until next summer. This is about Taurus North Node. So this is our destiny as humanity, to build and grow something of value, something of worth that showcases our own value and worth, that shows us that we are worthy. And that's soul mission. It's of your heart. Like working at some crappy job or just working a job for money, that's not going to show you your value, because you don't get to see your value, because you don't feel valuable to humankind, because you're just punching a clock. So it's really about doing something that is of your heart and taking the risks, and because all of this Pisces energy is spirit has a bullhorn saying, come to soul, and take those risks, because you'll be supported and guided on the synchronicities, and the magic can come in on the journey. The Mars is at 3 degrees of Pisces, and is asking you to take action on what you believe spiritually, not what you believe from the matrix, and beware of the cognitive dissonance as we keep dismantling conditioning from having lived in this world and being really separated from our power and our divine feminine truth, and just resourced inside, and understanding that we get to live a happy life, we get to live the dream, we get to do what we want, that we really can be supported, we really can find soulmate friends, soulmate connections and collaborations and people. And Venus at 15 degrees Pisces is asking us to receive the spiritual gifts, to receive the spiritual energies, the downloads, the messages, to receive our soul life, to sink into it, to find the beauty in life and the magic, to go into the mystical, the magical. Pisces is the magical. It is what is amazing. It is unicorns, and Venus is exalted here. So she is so happy here. This is amazing energy. And it's this, it's this energy of of deep soul connection. Jupiter is ahead of Neptune now at 25 degrees Pisces. And so the exact conjunction has moved away, but this energy is here, like moving us into the eclipse season at the end of the month, which is going to change so much. And so this is this powerful time to really be connected to your heart, be connected to unconditional love, really use this time to let all, because Pisces is also all the karmic fears and all the karmic insecurities, to let all of that come up for the healing, to be released, and to surrender it, to let go of it. Because when we face it, we get to release it, we get to heal it, we get to mend it. This whole time right now, this period of time that we're in, it's been talked about for centuries, for decades. It's been known about. There were these periods of time in our history, like the 1840s, 50s was one, when spiritualism started, when Madame Blavatsky was traveling around to different countries, and the Theosophical Society started, and esoterics really got implemented and got kind of put out into the world, and people were really understanding we have different faculties of the mind, we have psychic abilities, we have connection to source, we're not just these meat suits. And then we had 87, the convergence, it's called, where all of so many people woke up and they started doing their soul mission. And so then we have thought work from like Byron Katie, we have just so many people that woke up at that time that brought out all of their soul mission, did their work. And so we're on the heels of that. That's why we have all of this spiritual community at all, is because of all that work that got put out into the world. Louise Hay and so many people, so many tarot readers, so many astrologers, so many people did amazing, profound work, that now is this time where we've had an en masse awakening in 2020 that keeps rolling out. More and more people keep awakening, and it was more of a larger collective awakening. And so there, and so it's this time where you're supported and healing the karma, where you're supported and guided, and you're loved and you're protected, and you're really held in like facing this karma and facing the fears, because the fears will never go away unless we actually face them and do exposure therapy and just like go into them immediately. Like I have a rule, that if I have any fears, I just do it. And sometimes they can be unconscious. So you have to recognize that it is the fear first and realize, okay, I'm having resistance to doing this thing. So I just keep putting it off to the side and I don't actually do it. Let me go do it immediately right now and just pull the Band-Aid off. And then you'll realize that nobody bleeds. It wasn't that bad. It was actually great. And you're like, oh, wow, I could have done that, 3 weeks ago. So it's so powerful to go into what you fear and do the thing. And so with Aries, this last day to like really initiate what the vision is that we're growing and building when the sun comes in to Taurus. And with Uranus at 13 degrees Taurus, it is this awakening energy, awakening yourself into the truth of your self-worth. It's awakening into the truth that you have something valuable to offer the world, and that all the projects and all of the work that you're doing to step into greater visibility in your business, step into greater visibility in your soul mission. If you're not on soul mission yet, that you have this valuable thing that you're meant to do, get on soul mission, that there's a powerful episode of the Light Goddess podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all the places. The link's below. Today, all about divine feminine soul mission, if you want to check that out. And so Uranus is saying this is the awakening into abundance. Taurus is abundance. Taurus is beauty. Taurus is the amazing life. It's the senses. It's like all the soft fabrics, all of the great smells, all of the amazing food, all of the fun and the play and the touch and the pleasure and all of that. That is Taurus. So Uranus is saying awaken into this truth that you get to live this real life. It doesn't mean there'll be no challenge, pain, and loss, of course. And that's what grows humility. That's what grows a healthy ego. That's what gives us the experience coupled with the knowledge that we gain to create wisdom that needs humility to really be true wisdom. Mercury is at 16 degrees of Taurus and it's coming up on the North Node. So as it's nearing the North Node, it's talking to you about your destiny and about your self-worth and about like how valuable you are. So these are the things on the mind. Like, are you doing something that really shows you that how valuable you are? Or do you keep doing things that make you feel like you want to be doing something valuable? And it shows you like, are you really stepping into the next phase of your visibility in your business? Are you stepping into the next phase of your worth and your value and deepening it and saying, no, I'm here, look, and doing that big project that you've been putting off, or doing that course, or doing the YouTube channel, or doing whatever it is. Mercury is talking to you about this world being abundant, and is all of your behaviors aligned with the abundance of this world and the abundance that you get to have, and that all of us connect with each other, because when we connect with each other, all this Aquarius energy, Saturn and Aquarius, when we connect to each other, we help each other move forward and work together and collaborate. It's really about partnerships. And Aquarius, the higher octave, is unity through diversity. It's about all of us being the original, unique, maverick, rare, avis, individualist, but that's different than separation. That means that you just stand in your true, awesome, like unique self that you are, that's really unique, and be that person. And then those people that love that are the people that end up coming into your life, because they actually love who you really are. And when you connect to other people and help each other grow your soul mission together, help each other grow your platforms, help each other, cross market and things like that, like connecting to people is how we keep building and moving business forward. Soulpreneurship is business. You are a businesswoman. You are a badass. You are an audacious entrepreneur, soulpreneur. And so it's about those connections with other people. There's a lot of sextiles in the chart, but it means that you have to reach for it. So that you have to take actually reach out your hand for it. It's like anything else. And there's quintiles in the chart. There's just this spiritual energy that's really loud and present. And so this is a powerful day to remember that this spiritual energy can make you feel like maybe drowsy, drained, confused, but it's usually because you're not resourced inside and really going within and facing the healing and using your spiritual gig bag, using your tools, like managing your mind, working with your emotional skill set when they come up, because we're going to have all kinds of emotions right now. With all this Pisces, there's so much karmic stuff that's just filtering out, and filtering through. It wants to be released. Pisces is about surrendering. It's this mutable water. And so this changeable emotions, right? So it's all of these emotions that are changing constantly, and they can make you think thoughts, or the thoughts can give you emotions. And then all of a sudden you're in poopy emotions and you don't really know why. So use your actual emotional skills. That's what we do in Light Goddess Coaching. You can inquire about that on thegoddessastrologer.com. And you can connect with me on all the places: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm gonna stop sharing this and do the card pulls. This is a magical day, and the Mars energy is amazing because it's this energy from the divine feminine, from the Pisces is the feminine, and taking action on your divine feminine guidance and not on the karma. Don't take action on karma. So we got the ant spirit, which means it's time to collaborate, which is what I was talking about. And it's in protection, meaning that you're not reaching out and connecting to other people in soul tribe. Maybe it's fears, maybe it's just because it's clunky and you're not used to it yet, maybe you don't know what to say, and really it's never going to change. It only changes by just doing it. And let it be clunky, let it be weird, let it feel uncomfortable, like be uncomfortable. It's okay to have that emotion. It's just an emotion, it's just a vibrational resonance in your body. We got crow spirit again in protection. It's about co-creating with spirit, which I was talking about. So lots of confirmation on the astrology, and it's in protection. So it's saying that you believe you have to do it all. So you're not willing to get on soul mission, or you're not willing to step into greater visibility in your business and do that next big project or that next big thing. And so it's saying because you think that it's all on you and you're thinking in the hard work matrix way, remember it's spirit's way, it's soul life. And so everything comes in to help you when you take those steps and you move into it. And you're meant to be Aquarius, like Aquarius age, Saturn Aquarius, you're meant to be ingenious about it. You're meant to be innovative and to try different things, to try things you haven't tried before, to experiment. Aquarius is experimentation. It's doing the experiment, getting the data, and then you get that data and you're like, okay, this feels good, this didn't really work, tweak it, or maybe it's a complete pivot. That's business. Business is a constantly either micro pivots or macro pivots. Usually it's micro and little course corrections and changing copy. We got swan spirit, time to deep dive, but it's in protection again. So it's saying to go within, connect your sacred feminine, like connect to spirit and your intuition and your truth. Like, are you going within daily and connecting to her? And what messages are there? What's coming up? What is your divine feminine wanting from you? Like, what is your heart and soul saying to you and communicating with you? Are you connecting to your guides? And it's really that journaling, that time of stillness with yourself every day to really reset into your feminine. And we have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, so it's in protection. So maybe the sting is feeling like overwhelming right now, and that you're not remembering to use your spiritual gig bag. Use all those tools that you collected along the way. Like, use your tools, help yourself, nurture yourself, be there for you. It's just like if a kid was having, just having a meltdown, you would crouch down to eye level and you'd put your arms out and you just be with them and hold that space and support them and look them in the eyes and be with them and that connection. So can you do that for yourself to really support yourself through this hard thing? And we have bee spirit, which sweet results await when you do all the buzzing around to all the flowers. And notice the bees go to flowers, they go to what's fun, they go to what's beautiful and amazing, all this Pisces energy. They don't go to the poop pile and eat poop, they eat nectar. So it's like, go to what's amazing and fun, and then life, the journey is so fun and you're doing what you love and you're moving forward. I got swan spirit again. I pulled like that last card. It was swan spirit again. So there's really this emphasis on diving deep and connecting to your heart and your soul and your inside, and get out of the mind. Like, get out of the mind, get into your inside. Like do that 1 or 2 or 3 minute meditation just to quiet the mind, or do a brain dump and get it all out on paper, to just get it out. You learn all these skills and fill up your spiritual gig bag and light goddess coaching. Just be yourself. I wanted to pull a unicorn card for all this Pisces energy, and it's just be yourself, be you as fuck. Like, be you as fuck, because that's like the unique thing that we need in the world. Aquarius, the shadow can be conformity and group and being like the group. The high octave of Aquarius is like everybody being their unique, really interesting, unique self. And then it's us all living in harmony together, like two wavy lines going together. And some people just aren't your soul tribe, that you're just from different tribes, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be anything right, wrong, good or bad. It's just like, nope, not a vibe match. So you're in a different tribe than them. So it's like not making the person wrong, or don't make yourself wrong that you don't vibe with some people. It's just move on. Like Aquarius fills the cup and moves on to the next cup, fills the water bearer. So it fills the cups of water of all the people lined up, but it just moves on, moves on, moves on, moves on. It doesn't stay there and start wondering about this cup, or like you dumped it out and so it refills you again. It just moves on. So it's like being very, you know, impersonal about what doesn't work. Just be impersonal, Aquarius, about that, and move on to what does. You want, if you're going to get 10 yeses out of 100, then you need to get 90 no's. So start getting those no's. You want those no's so you can get to those yeses. So just be you. What else? We got pets. So it's really realizing the magic that pets are, and that deep connection to the animals around us, whether you have your own, or it's squirrels or birds or lizards or anything that's around you, or giraffes, and or a frog that I found today in the handle of a gas pump. I found a frog, a tree frog. It was amazing, so amazing. The little tree frog, and he was like looking at me and communing with me. He was talking to me. It's amazing. And so like realize the magic that animals are for us, and connect with them, and don't treat them like furniture, and don't, take them for granted. Like connect in to the amazingness around you, like just being so grateful for what's around you. Finish what you started. So some of you got projects out there you need to keep going on. Just keep building. Taurus just does one thing and then does another, just hammers the nail and then hammers another nail and hammers another nail, and you just keep going. So you don't have to have it just be done all at once, and get out of that urgency, get out of that hurriedness. Just build it. The rainbow here is beautiful, and it's believe in yourself. So believe in you, believe in yourself, believe that you got this, believe in the truth that you're amazing, that you have something valuable to do here, that we need you, and we need every light goddess. We need every woman standing in her power, because that is what will move humanity out of this darkness, because this darkness is about the feminine being suppressed in all of humanity. The masculine turns malignant, everything goes into the tank, because sexuality is the sacred is taken out of it, and then that causes so many human issues, just so many human issues. It really causes all of it. And our disconnection from all of creation, and from our power, and from pleasure, and from love. So I'm sending you so much love today. The Light Goddess podcast is the links below. Light Goddess is open. It's the Divine Feminine Sisterhood. It is the first full moon ceremony is on June 14th. It's going to be powerful. It is this place of deep connection where you get to be who you really be, and you get to be witnessed in sacred confidential space with other women. We're going to have connection calls and astrology jams and card readings, and so much going on in the sisterhood, where we're going to bond at deep levels, all on soul mission, all together doing this work together. So you have somebody else that's doing this too, and you're not just in a family where no one's like you, or out in the world where you're not really seeing anybody that's has the same purpose in life and the same callings and doing the same things with their life. And so this is the place to do that. And it is only 44 for the rest of the year, and there's just going to be so much magic every single month for us to connect. So the link is below. And also, if you'd like to book an astrology reading, you can do that at thegoddessastrologer.com. I'm sending you so much love.